Hello and welcome, bookworms. Welcome to this week's episode of The Consented Narrative. I'll be looking at Six Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. Now, it follows a princess in exile, six enchanted cranes, and an unspeakable curse. So, essentially, magic has been banned from the kingdom. And Princess Shiori Anma, I'm going to butcher every single name in this, has magic that runs in her veins that she's not 100% aware of until it explodes on the day of her betrothal when she's supposed to be getting married to somebody she doesn't know, and it explodes and she's like, oh god, no. But then she's discovered by her stepmom, who essentially sends her on this journey because she curses her brothers to become cranes, and if she speaks to anybody about it, the brothers will become cranes for the rest of their lives, and banishes Shiori essentially to distant parts, and says if you speak one word, that's it, that they all die. So as she's sort of searching for her brothers and searching for a way to break this curse on her brothers, she then starts to hear rumours of plots to overthrow her father and the kingdom. And so she's friends with a dragon, as you are, and she's got her own little paper crane as well. And then she ends up sort of like meeting someone that's quite nice to her, but essentially, you know, forming a friendship with them, and she works her way back. And that's kind of where the adventure is, and it's such a sweet, fun adventure, because I'm pretty sure there's like a fairy tale that I have read in the past similar to this but Western, and I think it's like, I mean, it's not the Swan Princess, so don't say that, but I'm pretty sure there is something like that where like the brothers are turned into birds, and I can't for the life of me think what that is, but I really enjoyed it because I love the fact that, you know, your main character, she's kind of like, right, okay, she's not, you know, a Mary Sue who can do everything, who can be everything. She lived a pampered life. She's now basically disappeared off the face of the earth, and the father thinks she's dead. And she's trying to work her way through being a mute, can't utter a single word. So it's not like she's cursed to not be able to speak. She can speak, but she can't utter any words. And she works her way through kingdoms and starting in lowly jobs and seeing sort of like how everybody's doing. And it's such a fun story. And the irony is the reason I bought this one is because I had the Dragon's Promise, and I bought it ages ago in Waterstones, because that's where I tend to get all my books, to be fair. Well, The Dragon's Promise ages ago because it had a really good premise, and I will review The Dragon's Promise on this channel at some point. But then I realised it was the second in a series, and I was like, oh god. And I do that all the time, to the point where like Michael gets really annoyed with me when I'll buy a book and he's like, did you actually look to see if it's the first one or the second one and I'm like, no, I did not. And sometimes it matters. So I'm telling you now, in this book series, it matters. You have to read Six Crimson Cranes first, because otherwise The Dragon's Promise will not make sense to you. But Elizabeth Lim has also written some of the Twisted Tales books as well, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And is an author that I would definitely recommend you finding and reading some of their work. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the main character because she kind of just like pulls up her bootstraps, go, right, okay, how can I fix this? And she does have breakdowns, and she does have normal human reactions, to the point where like she's got magic in her veins and she's not supposed to have magic. She's got cursed brothers. Her stepmother's got magic in her veins and is not supposed to have magic. You know, she's now been exiled to the point where like her father thinks she's dead. You know, she's learning about like everything that's going on, and she has normal reactions to it. And sometimes she's sat there going, right, well, okay, I'm going to lament my life. And that is absolutely fine, because you can have days where you sit there and go, do you know what? No, I'm going to sit here with a tub of ice cream. I'm going to rewatch my favourite programmes, and I'm going to sit here and cry. Sorry, excuse me. And that is absolutely fine. But then there's other times where she just pulls herself up and goes, right, do you know what? No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to work hard at doing this. I'm going to get this done. And she just gets on and does it. But it's never stuff that, like, it's not like suddenly she can weave gold from thread. Like, it's stuff that she would be able to do if she learns how to do it. And this is what I love so much, is I love that it's sort of like this natural... It feels really natural, and the character feels really natural, and all the characters work well together. And honestly, I love how she's like, she learns to embrace the magic, and I love how it ends. And I'll review the second book, so I can discuss the ending of this one when I review the second book. But it's just such a good story, and it's so well told, and I couldn't put it down. And honestly, I would definitely say give it a go. And if you remember the name of the English, if there is an English or a Western version of this story, please tell me no. Please let me know, because I can't think what it might be. Right now, I'm genuinely sat here going, I have no idea. And I feel like at the back of my head there is one that I have read before, but that's just me. Obviously, if you agree or disagree with anything that I say, please leave it below in the comments. If you've already read this book, let me know. If there's any books that you want me to give a go, let me know. But honestly, thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you so much for your likes, for your views, for everything, for your comments. It brings a proper smile to my face. But just keep watching, keep enjoying, keep sharing your love of books, and remember to always keep it contento.